Ricky, back-to-back, now 3-time tour championship winner. Like, what are you feeling right now, man?
I mean, I'm still coming down from all the pressure and the nerves, kind of just boiled to a head at the end there.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of still coming down from the high of the round and all the adrenaline pumping. But
so even after all these years, like, I mean, what is it? 12 years?
Yeah, right around there. 12 or 13 years on tour.
12 or 13 years touring, like that in itself is insane. But after all these years, like, your heart rate still gets pumping. Like, when you're looking at that putt on 16, like, you're actually feeling a little bit more than you are just walking the course.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's what's so crucial out here is, like you said, you're gonna get those. Your heart's gonna be pumping, your adrenaline's gonna be pumping. And for me, I still love competing. I still come out here and that's what I do it for. What happened today, that's why I compete. Just coming back and just kind of, I guess it was wire to wire from start to finish, but it was a lot closer than that with Kyle playing as well as he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still, if someone tells you you don't get nervous coming down the stretch with one stroke, 30-footer, they're lying. So there's always those nerves, and those 25, 30-footers get a lot harder under the pressure. And so I think the players that are going to make those clutch putts down the stretch, those are the players that are going to succeed.
Yeah, so what's going through your mind, when both of you guys pipe 18, like, you're in a pretty good position, but are you feeling like you want to attack the green at all? I mean, I saw you make the decision to kind of lay up straight and you pulled it into the woods, but what is the thought process there of not attacking it and just, like, closing the door on Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's just so much that can happen on 18. The green's really small, and so I wanted to just get my shot through the gap. I threw a mid-range, and I was just able to get through the gap, and then from there, I didn't really practice the layup all week, so I kind of was like in between discs. I wasn't really super confident on the distance I wanted to throw, and so I just told myself I want to go long. I don't want to be short OB and having to rethrow, and so that's why I kind of hit the tree line and dropped. And but yeah, I was just telling myself a 4, maybe a 5 is even fine. And he has to throw an amazing shot. That's such a tight landing zone.
Yeah.
And so I just was. Not that I'm counting him out. He definitely is a great player that can execute that shot.
Yep.
But I'm just playing the percentages. And if I take a 4 or 5, I like my chances.
Yep. Well, I want to back things up a little bit, Ricky, because Brian and I were kind of talking about you after that 10 under par, and the term legacy gets brought up a little bit. And you were actually an inspiration to me to start playing when you had that battle with Paul at Worlds in 2014. And for so long, like, we've wondered, so a lot of the fans of disc golf have wondered, like, whose legacy is going to last longer, kind of deal. Obviously, Paul has a few more majors than you over the years, but it seems like you guys have gone kind of back and forth. It seemed for a bit like you were going to last forever and Paul not so much. And then Paul got a couple more majors, and now Paul's injured, and it seems like you're just going to play forever, Ricky. I mean, does that thought ever cross your mind of, like, what your legacy is going to be in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's super important. I mean, as the sport, keeps moving, there's always any sport, there's always shifts in sports where you have every 4 to 5 years. It happens in basketball, baseball, football, where you have athletes that come in, and you have a generation of athletes that kind of get phased out. 40, 45 years old. It's kind of like that age group is kind of like in disc golf, where I would say your prime starts to kind of fizzle out a little bit. But I would say that there's, like I said, there's that jump of the Kyles, the Gannons, the Coles. Mm-hmm. They're kind of the next shift in the sport coming up. And so there's always going to be that new challenge, and I love that. As a competitor, I love the new challenge. I love battling with Kyle. I mean, he's a great player. He throws great shots, and he handles the pressure really well, and that's what makes champions out here on the tour.
Well, Rick, where does some of that fire come from to keep up with the young guys? I mean, you've won every tournament there is to win. Like, you're a multi-time major champion. Like, where do you continue to find the fire to hit this U.S. Disc Golf Tour and travel overseas and compete for these titles? Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's just, I have the passion. I like to, for me in my head, just thinking about it, I used to have a passion for baseball when I was younger, and that fizzled out after, 15, when I played all day, every day until I was like 15 years old. And then I transitioned to disc golf, and that just hasn't fizzled out. I still have the passion I did when I was 15 years old, and I switched from baseball to disc golf. And so it's still there. I still have the fire to stay healthy. And, like I said, I'm here to stay. I think I can play until I'm 40, 45 years old at a high level. Like I said, that's that's what I do. I take care of my body, stretch, work out, eat healthy, supplements, and the whole 9 yards. Taking your, treating yourself like a true professional, and that's what it takes to have a long, sustained career. And hopefully, I can add to my legacy as the years go on.
Yeah, to me, Rick, it reminds me of like a Rafael Nadal, like someone who has spanned multiple decades at a high level. And I want to ask you, like, what athletes like inspire you? Like, what athletes do you look up to? What athletes in, maybe your subconscious do you kind of compare yourself to? Like, I know disc golf is still growing, but to me, to be a champion disc golfer, you have to be at the same level as a Rafael Nadal, as a Djokovic, to win a major.
Oh yeah, I mean the level is, it's no different than any other sport.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I tell people. Your football, baseball, basketball, you're training, practicing just as much as anyone else.
Yeah.
LeBron James, and to answer your question, Tom Brady. He was someone that lasted a long time, and he's created a legacy for himself because of how, I guess, durable he was. He's always available, always playing at big games and coming in clutch at the big moments, and he made his legacy, and he did a very good job at, everyone's going to remember Tom Brady in the football world. He's a legend, and so he's someone that I look up to for sure. And like I said, he played until he was like 44 at the highest level.
Yep. Well, Rick, everyone's going to remember Ricky Wysocki in the disc golf world. I mean, such a special performance this week. Like, how cool is it to have your dad there, like them the champagne on you? I mean, I know they're just down the street. Like, is it special to have the family celebrating the win there on the 18th green?
Yeah, I mean, obviously disc golf, the tour being all over the country and all over the world, it's you don't get your parents there all the time. And so when they're there, it's a special moment. And I was just thankful to have him there, and my mom and my dad. Everyone was just there on the 18th green, and I kind of forgot about him because I was obviously in tournament mode. But it was great to look over and see them and see my dad spraying me with some champagne.
Well, Rick, what's the off season like for you, man?
Yeah,
head back to Arizona.
Yeah, head to Arizona. I'm going to be off seasoning there. I usually give myself about a month break. Don't touch a disc and just do some different stuff. Go hiking. Just do anything to keep my mind off disc golf because I always tell people by the end of the season, everyone's mental well is completely depleted, and you gotta have some fun time. You gotta go rock climbing, hiking, play a little poker here and there, like whatever it is that kind of gets your mind off disc golf. Replenish that well and come back 2024 ready to fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, we're starting the tour off in Florida. What do you think about the new tour schedule next year?
I think it's cool. I mean, obviously I'm in Arizona now, but I mean, I like it. I think that there's better courses out there. The Florida, they have a lot of courses to offer. I think that for the Pro Tour, as far as the venues go, they have a lot of good courses, and I think that's a big thing. Where the tour's at, that's very important, and I think that we're gonna be in for an amazing 2024.
Well, Rick, congrats on the title. Congrats on taking home $40K. Thanks for the show this week at Nevin. And as a fan of the game, I hope the fire never dies and we see you playing well into your 40s. Thanks for the interview, man. And don't go anywhere here on Tournament Central. We're going to hear from runner-up Kyle Klein after the break.
Sweet. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Kyle Klein, solo second place at the 2023 Tour Championship. How does that make you feel right now?
A lot of mixed emotions. I'm happy I was able to get to the spot and be second, but left a little bad taste in my mouth after that last shot. Just didn't execute and couldn't bring it home.
Yeah, can you talk about what's going through your mind before that shot? I mean, you're 2 back going into that final hole, and Ricky had already thrown his second into the woods, so if you get up and down there, if you park that hole, you're going to put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, that was the goal, and I don't necessarily think it was a disc choice. I thought I read it right, just didn't execute. Just too much turn. And looking back, I should have made the mistake of definitely hanging out way wider to at least cross inbounds on the fairway somewhere. Instead, you saw I had to go all the way back and
when you're approaching that shot, Kyle, how's your blood pressure? I mean, is it high? Is your heart really pumping, or are you feeling pretty calm before you throw that?
I was feeling pretty calm. I knew the situation, obviously, but I don't try to get too much into it because then your heart starts to race, to get a little jittery, but I try to keep it as mellow as I can.
Is that how you felt like throughout the round, too? I mean, did the thought of 40K ever, come into your mind?
Not really. I mean, again, I knew the situation. I knew where I was, but again, I just try to keep it level and just play my game, keep to myself, and just relax.
Yeah, I mean, going into this week, if you would have, If we would have told you were going to shoot 14 under par through 2 rounds at Nevin on Saturday and Sunday, if you made it in, a lot of people would have said you might have won the event. Can you talk about your competitor, Ricky Wysocki, for a moment and how he played?
He's something else. He brought his putter today. I don't know how to describe it. He was putting incredibly. 16, I thought I got one on him. He was 70, 80 feet away, and just he does what Rick does. He did what I imagine he wanted to do, is just put the stake in it, put an exclamation point on this tournament, and just bang that long putt and stop me from getting a stroke.
Well, Kyle, long season, very successful season for you. Looking back, like what final thoughts do you have to say now that the 2023 season is over?
I'm happy I was able to get in the position I was, dealing with a little bit of an injury in my back about halfway through the year.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I might be out for longer, thought that I might not be able to get back to this level at some point this year, and I was able to get back and more. So I'm just happy I was able to pick back up where I left off and just have a great back half.
Yeah, I mean, U.S. title and second at the Tour Championship. Can't do too much better than that, but wow. Kyle Klein, everybody, thanks for the interview today, and I guess we'll see you in Florida at the All-Stars event.
See you in Orlando.
All right, Kyle. See you next year, man.
Thank you.
You can catch even more pro disc golf coverage here on the Disc Golf Network. Don't miss exciting off-season content like a new Joe Mez Pro docuseries with Paul McBeth's 2023 trip to Europe, the 2023 Disc. And we have to talk about Ricky Wysocki. What a performance. And I mean, this was a season when we were starting to get scared. Are we ever going to see Rick in that zone ever again? I mean, it was terrifying. I mean, Lyme disease is no joke, and we've seen multiple players struggle with it, and he's kind of struggled with it the most, at least in the public eye.
Oh, Brian, I was actually on Rick's card, I think it was 2 years ago at Waco. The first time that he missed cash in like 8 years or something. His knee was double the size that it should have been, and it seemed like he was just done with the game forever. It just seemed like he was never going to recover, and so many times it seemed like he's healthy again, and then right back another flare up. Like, his wrist at the preserve was massive. I mean, he was like hiding it from the camera because it was so big. He didn't want anybody to know, and he's just the definition of a warrior. In that interview right there, I kind of compared him to a Rafael Nadal because he has stood the test of time. I mean, 12 years he's been playing on tour, and he's spanned different like generations of disc golf too. I mean, like he was playing at a high level back then, but it seems like he's playing some of his best disc golf ever here and now. I mean, is he 30 yet?
He's still learning, Nate. I mean, he's still young, too. I mean, we see players like Owen Scoggins in their 40s still playing high-level disc golf and shooting round ratings that we wouldn't even dream a player to shoot, I mean, as consistently as Owen. And she's not even the best player in the world right now. I mean, just Ricky Wysocki is just timeless. I mean, Nate Doss said it best. There are great players, but Ricky Wysocki is forever. I mean, he joins extremely small list of players. I mean, Nate Sexton mentioned Climo, Paul McBeth, Ricky Wysocki. I mean, the longevity, you can't ignore it.
No.
I mean, this guy is still getting better. He's still learning about the game.
Yeah.
He's still adding new shapes to his bag. He's throwing hyzer flips now. I mean, he didn't throw that for years, it felt like, Nate. And now he's added another tool to his skill set. There's not a single course out there that he can't do anything with. And Kyle Klein walked up to me at hole number 4 and said, his putter's hot. I'm going to get second place. This is on hole 4, Nate.
Yeah.
The respect from all the other competitors is why I see him so high on this pedestal.
Yeah, and You know, today the putter was hot. Like, we just saw some of his highlights putt, the one there on 11 up the hill. I mean, that's basically a 50-footer. But of course, we've got to fast forward to the putt on 16. I mean, that is just, what do you do about that if you're Klein? You think you're getting one on Rick. I mean, Kyle's got to see one look for birdie. You're going to be one back on the last 2 holes, right?
Here's the putt on 16, Nate. Fern comes to me and tells me that Ricky steps up to this putt, and Fern asks him if he's going to lay it up, and Ricky looks at him and says, I have no choice. I have to make this putt. Steps up and jams it. The entire gallery goes absolutely insane. It was one of the greatest disc golf moments of the entire season. Such an electric putt. Dead center on the elevated pin outside circle 2.
Well, what's it like if he misses that one? What is that green like? Does he have rollaway potential there?
The ground is not soft.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's rained, but it's flat ground with leaves all over the place, pine straw. I mean, he could easily roll to circle's edge and have a risky putt, and that could easily bring it within 1 stroke. I mean, he could have even gotten 2 strokes back. It could have been a tie ball game going into 17, and he jams it in the heart of the pressure. I mean, this was amazing stuff, man. And with that said, so many moments like this throughout this 2023 season. And although we see a player like Ricky winning, so many players had their dreams come true this year. And we'll relive all the top 10 moments of the 2023 disc golf season after this commercial break.
With a smooth, clean shave, every day is a clean slate. So who cares if you put all your money in crypto and called your boss an idiot? Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Nice Valley, Montana, with my family. When we were bored, my parents would just be like, go outside. That's where memories are made. It's such a part of childhood that I feel like is being lost today, and I have desperately tried to instill that into my kids.
I want to be known for winning a lot of tournaments. You know, hopefully I get to a point where I can be dominant in an era with so many people coming up in the game, so hard to stay consistent at the top. That's kind of my goal, is to set the new standard for this generation.
You know, it's just been such a long season, and you know, this field is so hard to beat, but I just believe in myself, and I have a great support system in Tom and my sponsors. You know, I wanted to do it for them, and I just, whatever energy I had left, I put it all out on the line today.
Well, Nate, Missy Gannon took down her second tour championship, the first in FPO to do so. Just a phenomenal performance by her. I mean, just so many stories we can talk about, but let's relive the top 10 moments of this 2023 season. Nate, let's get right into it.
I'm so excited for this list, Brian. I mean, we're starting out. Number 10, Calvin Heinberg throwing in twice at Deglow. This is one of the most difficult courses. You have to throw high-level shots just to get birdies. That's from like 290, maybe 315. That's for a 2. And he does it twice within a matter of, 4 holes?
Yeah, I mean, Nate, look at this. Like, he steps up here to hole number 9. This one blew my brain out of my skull, Nate. This is after he threw in on hole number 6.
This is insane.
That is every bit of 400 feet uphill with a low ceiling. Unbelievable.
And there were birdies in between there, too. It wasn't parring holes. It was like eagle, birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie.
And Nate, the next on this list, the fact that it's 9 makes me excited for the rest of the list. Number 9, Matt Oram. wins the MVP Open at Maple Hill. This was one of my top moments of the season. Nate, relive this for
Here's the deal, Brian. It's so hard to put these in order. I mean, this is a top 10, but how can this not be number one? Because this was probably the most emotional thing I experienced. I mean, every single person, people flew in from across the country just to give him a hug after he won. I mean, he's one of the fan favorites. Everybody around the world loves him. That moment right there. Barsby coming in hot. He is so lit right there. What the heck? Casey White, Trayvon, this is crazy.
My favorite is on hole 17, he buries the jump putt and yells, "Dimebag Darrell," as he runs the putter into the basket.
Nick Saban would be so proud of that man right there.
Nate, we're going to jump to number 8. This just happened. A dream came true. Another young star is born. Kyle Klein wins the United States Disc Golf Championship after nearly winning a couple years ago and beating Paul McBeth. Paul got him in the playoff, and now he gets revenge. We had noted this, Nate. His backhand timing looked on another level. This guy is no joke. I mean, I think because of this, we're going to see him at the top forever. I mean, I can't see him faltering anytime soon. I mean, he's going to go into the offseason with such confidence.
No, if that man stays healthy, he's going to be a contender at every Elite Series and Major until he's done playing. I mean, he just has figured out the game of disc golf, and this was a big moment because it doesn't matter how good you get at the game. There's no guarantees at these majors, and Kyle Klein did it.
We're going to jump to number 7. Corey Ellis makes the trip to Europe for the very first time and takes down a major title in Finland. This was unbelievable drama coming down the stretch, Nate.
Yeah, of course, the heartbreak there on 16 with Anthony Barella, and who comes out on top? It's the kid from West Virginia. I mean, who dreamed of just leaving the state when he was younger, and now he's over in Europe with his wife Molly. I mean, the big putt there, the big up and down there on 16, but it was the buzz shot on 17. This one right here is just mind-boggling. You think he might lay it up?
Heiser. He's yelling at it to flip, and it finally flips, checks up perfectly down the hill. This is a 440-foot shot. He goes mid-range on. All the adrenaline built up inside of him, and he nails it, taking down his first title. Next up, Nate, we're talking about dreams coming true here. We're going to talk about the Cinderella story potentially of the season. Dynamic Disc Open. Parker Welk shows off his massive sidearm to take down a victory out there in Emporia, Kansas.
There he is jumping through the trees. I mean, I'm like, where did this guy come from? Who was Parker Welk? Like, 100th ranked player wins?
I mean, you see every bit of his skill set. I mean, this is a top player in the making. I mean, beautiful putt.
That was for the eagle. Forehand eagle there on 14. I mean, that was like jaw-dropping.
Nate, this is the modern build for the young disc golfer. I mean, these are what all the kids are starting to look like, Nate.
It really is.
Up next, I would say another Cinderella story, maybe even more so than Parker Welk. Sai Ananda up from Washington, beating Kristen Tatar at the Texas State Championships. Nate, you were there on the ground pointing out all the wildlife and giving us the action down on the ground. What did you pick up from this performance?
That was a great week. I mean, she was a wizard with the putter that week. She was just, look at her just standing up vertical, just like all wrist. I mean, Kristen Tatar played really well that week, and Sai Ananda just dominated the event. This is one of those moments where a new star is born, and she is just bawling her eyes out on the green. I mean, that's what this game's all about.
That was to win, Nate. That was the putt to win.
Look at her.
She could have laid up and didn't even know the scores. What a performance, Nate. Unbelievable, taking down undisputed best player in the world. Nate, we're going to jump to number 4. This one is near and dear to all disc golf fans' heart. The man who hit the holy shot, shooting probably the round of the season here at Jonesboro. 17 under par. His whole card is cheering for him. They are backed up. They don't even care what they're shooting. They just want the man to go perfect.
Brian, that's 17 under. He played a hole for par. The man played to perfection. Jonesboro is not an easy course. I mean, it's tough just to get double digits there. It was windy. I mean, James is still playing at such a high level this year. Into his mid-30s. This round, really what was special and memorable about this one was before the putt on 18, every single one of the players that was done with their round came to watch him make that putt for the 17 under, and there was just an eruption of cheers, and it was all players cheering on JC.
Well, he's a player's player. I mean, they all give him the respect. He gets his flowers. I mean, everyone knows how good he truly is. I mean, he's deserved every title that he's ever won, but this round was just phenomenal. Same week, Nate, we have to jump to number 3. We had goosebumps the entire week out here in Arkansas. Kat Mertsch comes home, gives us the press conference interview of a lifetime, dressing up as Macho Man Randy Savage. She says, I'm riding the confidence till the day I die, and she wins in her home state. Her mother greets her on the green of 18. Are you kidding me?
The roar that she let out after she hugged her mom and her friends, and she just let out pure emotion. I don't think I've heard a yell like that. It was just bone-chilling material right there. Wins in her home state, too. I mean, can you even write it any better than that, Brian?
I mean, and it was her versus Haley King, 2 young players that are probably going to write the history books for years to come. Nate, we got to jump to number 2, Isaac Robinson. The man won 2 majors this year and has solidified himself as undisputed best turnover thrower in the game of disc golf right now. I don't even think it's close.
Well, for, I think, 30 holes, he didn't hit a tree at W.R. Jackson. His driving at that tournament is going to be remembered by me as one of the best driving performances all time. You remember the shots on hole 17? I mean, he went 4 for 4 with the FX4 to the top of the hill. Wins Champions Cup, dominant fashion, just in tears with his father. But how about the performance at Worlds?
I mean, unbelievable. He comes in. I think a lot of people are starting to put a target on his back as one of the favorites. It feels impossible to actually live up to the expectations when they're put upon you so fast. I mean, he did it. He went to a course or 2 courses that challenge every single skill set that you could possibly have in disc golf, and he wins in dramatic fashion. Again, 2 majors. I mean, this guy is in the running for Player of the Year right now, Nate.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Him and Heimberg. I mean, how do you decide? And moving into our number 1 spot, it's pretty clear here, Brian. We had a player who won every major that she attempted this year. It's Kristin Tattar. I didn't think that this would ever happen in our game again.
This is hands down the best, in my opinion, the best season that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
There were moments when it felt like she was not even living on this planet. She was not making a single decision-making error.
No.
She wasn't making a single unforced error. She wasn't missing a putt. I mean, everything was calculated, Nate, and there was a stretch of golf where, like I was talking about with Ricky in 2016, I thought disc golf was solved. I mean, Kristin Tattar had an answer for every single situation. I mean, she came up to these majors dominating. I mean, I remember at the European Open with you, Nate, like, man, what else is she going to do? She's up 16 strokes, and it's like round 3.
Yeah, that performance at European Open, unforgettable, and they really all are. That one at Worlds, she was actually being pushed to her limit from a charging Missy Gannon, who shot the highest FPO rated round ever to lose a major. So that one I feel like was her best of the 4. But then U.S. Women's was a battle down the stretch too. I mean, she had Owen pushing her, she had Haley King pushing her, she had the Finns pushing her. Like, she didn't just walk through all these majors. These girls are playing at a high level. To win all 4, we're never going to forget it. And, you know, regardless of her performance here, this year will forever live on as one of the greatest performances by an FPO player.
Nate, we had more unique winners on the tour in FPO than we've ever had, and Kristin Tattar still won every single major. I mean, the bar has been set, and all the players know where they have to be if they want to take that spot. Next season is shaping up to be exceptional on both ends, MPO and FPO. It has been a wonderful season. It's been a pleasure making this entertaining show for you, Nate. Last show, my friend. Any final words?
Well, there's just a lot of emotions. You know, it's like the last day of summer camp, and we're going back to school, I guess, because this really is a dream job to work here for the network and to be part of this Tournament Central, and to all the people home that, you know, when we go to a tournament, Brian, and people come up to us and they say, we love what you do. You know, it means the world to us still, and I hope to be a part of this for a long time, because this is a special game, and this Tour Championship really showed us why we're all here, why it's so entertaining.
I have one last word, and that's if you're watching from home and you see how polished the Tour is, remember it's built on the backs of the people who take care of their home courses and take care of their local disc golf communities. If you want to see change in your disc golf community, get out there and make it happen. Talk to some of the old heads who have laid the foundation for this game and for us to be out here making a living, playing this great game. Go get involved. Go create the change you want to see. Our sport is just skyrocketing right now, and you can be a part of it too. Good night, folks. Thank you, and we will see you next year.